This episode is brought to you by the feature film Wall of Flesh, a vintage comedy. A faded musician and lovable curmudgeon must reassemble his motley band of misfits in order to provide for the spermatozoa that got away. At Wall of Flesh Film and wallofflesh.com on Amazon.
How you doing, sir?
You know what? Every day is a gift, and I was also told not to hit on the table anymore.
Oh, that was a note?
Yeah.
That was
my
a note.
first. Well, it's difficult for a sound person to remove that
I
in the
see.
EQ.
Yeah. So your sound person told you to...
My sound person told me that I am garbage, and that just, flailing. I mean, it is. It's a quality wood.
Yeah. Okay.
This isn't some.
You can use the multi-band compressor in
Oh, yeah?
Adobe After Effects. Yeah.
Tell me more about the multi-band.
Yeah, it's really nice. You just drag it and you drop it, and then you switch to broadcast, and then it evens out the audio.
I'm paying this guy $4,000 a week. And you're telling me I could just put it in Adobe?
You have $4,000 a
Sponges
week?
can do that? How is that possible?
Yeah. There you go.
Outstanding joke. Well, here we are. Now, would you like to announce the official name of the podcast?
I would love to. Should we get a drum roll?
You're hitting the table.
I'm sorry.
We just talked about you can't hit the table, Josh.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. The official name of the podcast, Two Guys Talkin'.
Okay. Could you have put a longer break? Got some coffee?
Yeah, I would love some coffee. Yeah, thank you.
Cream? No.
Oh, you brought the cream. Look at you.
Did you want sugar?
No, I'm good on the sugar.
No, yeah, you're
I'm
right.
sweet enough as it is.
Yeah. Okay. Diabetes joke.
Am I supposed to?
Okay, why are you scooping?
Can I mix with this?
What I got? You have such you have a job. You're a genius. Yet I just saw.
No.
We're scooped. I wish if there was an additional camera.
Can
on
I
there. So
put
you
it-
just put the teaspoons. Why didn't you just pour the milk in to the coffee?
What's the spoon for?
to stir the coffee once the cream has been added.
Oh, okay. But then you're gonna
Have
put
you
back in
never
the
made?
cream?
Is this your first caffeinated experience? What just happened? This has already derailed. I've never seen a man. You spilled it all over the table.
I got cream on your table. I'm sorry.
It's quality. Well,
It's a nice table. Two Guys Talking.
Two Guys Talking, which is the official name.
Yeah. It should be like right here. It's going to be like right.
Ooh, let's do the hand thing.
Yes. Yeah.
This will either work in post or it will be some sort of interpretive dance.
Yeah. Right. We figured out last time that there are no cuts.
Yes,
nothing.
due to budget limitations and not caring that we're doing,
We talked about censoring.
We sat down for 8 hours
bleeping.
and discussed 2 hours worth of editing work.
Yeah,
So
right.
that's what. That's what.
Well, I'm glad we got that done.
Well, now some of you, the fans, if you will, who watched
Our fans.
last week, we were going to call it the Prince and the Pauper podcast.
Yeah.
Because that was a good idea. But what we've done, what you have decided after I already finished the project with graphics and titling songs and releasing them and, about, I don't know, a score full of work, that you said, you know what? Let's just call it Two Guys Talking because
That's what it is. I mean, it's two guys talking.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and, for the love of you, started all over. I stayed up to 2:30 in the morning the other night with the production team of 40 that we have.
Wow.
It's
You
very
kept them all up
diverse.
until...
Yeah. Oh, I don't.
So
wanna,
your diverse group of people you drove like slaves is what you're saying.
Well, if you could play this back, you would see I was trying not to say that I was a real slave driver, because I think maybe that should be out of the lexicon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, you do look
mean-
like you.
Yeah.
I'm going to end it there.
And you look kind of,
Well,
with the little,
Yeah, well, this is,
know.
well, I still haven't shaved.
right.
I had the.
When is that going to happen?
Well, I had the audition yesterday,
Oh,
and I'm waiting to hear. I'm waiting to not hear
So
back that I
you-
didn't get it.
you improv shaved. You mimed shaving.
Well, that was for another one.
Oh,
So I have like 3.
there's another shaving.
I had like
gig?
3 bearded auditions, one of which is transpiring now.
Oh, really? I don't think you're gonna. Are you gonna make it?
Well, I didn't learn the lines yet. And,
To all the casting directors I've loved.
yes. Yeah.
Before.
In the, I also, after hearing back my bitch fest about the casting director, that makes me look bad. I also wanted to follow up that other people were leaving, that it wasn't just me. It wasn't a stand of one.
Oh,
It
okay.
was
Everyone was
One
mad.
guy had a family emergency, which is what you do in cast. Instead
Right.
of saying this is I don't want to be here no
Yeah,
more.
right.
You say my wife
My dog has hemorrhoids or
various
whatever.
canine ailments.
Got it.
And but so now I see that guy's postings 4 or 5 times a day. And I know he's
Did
just
you-
waiting for me to submit to be like, this guy.
This guy.
This guy's got the balls to submit again.
You need to. You really should. I think because we need the next chapter of the story for the podcast.
Maybe we should take this on the road and just show up at his office.
We'll bring the cameras
talk
and
about it.
microphones.
Oh,
Yeah, and we should bring this table too when we go.
this table has been this table which was a back alley find.
Wow.
Is fantastic, and I've used it for many years.
It has the most ingenious leaf inside it I've ever seen. Almost.
Describe
So,
it
it's
to the
cool.
people at home.
You pull apart the table, and most of these tables. Where did I put the leaf? Where's the leaf? Right?
I remember that ad campaign from the 70s. Where's the leaf?
Yeah, where's the leaf?
The Dutch.
Yeah,
it was a big Dutch.
In this table, the leaf is right there. It's
in
right
there.
underneath.
It's in there.
It's in there.
So and it is
And it's
springs
you're just
out.
like a superhero.
a phoenix.
Yeah,
It rises from my ashes on the table.
exactly.
Comes up, and so if you have seen any previous unnecessary talk, if you'll see it, that's when the table is out. But this table,
it's
see,
long.
the people at home have tuned in to hear about my table,
Yes.
not the fact that you save millions of.
Your back alley table.
Yeah, it's a great. Quite a bit of the studio's furniture
Really?
has been found.
Really? Yeah. We should document a few of the.
I would say.
Yeah. I myself have a coffee table that you found in a back alley.
No,
No?
that is not accurate.
Really?
I purchased the set, I believe, off of Craigslist.
You paid for that
I
table?
paid for that, and I still have the 2 end tables that match that. I still have those.
It's a solid piece of wooden furniture.
Now, you just bought a couch,
I bought a couch.
sofa.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a couch and a sofa?
One's Italian.
Okay. Calm it down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Italian.
That's it. That's how
Got
you
it.
pronounce it.
Got it. Right.
My uncle called me a part-time Italian. I don't count.
Really?
I don't have a whole blood in me.
You don't-
I don't count.
Part-time
I'm a
Italian?
part-time Italian.
So sometimes you're Italian,
Sometimes I'm not.
sometimes you're just a jerk.
Like, hey, what? That guy was such an asshole. I can't believe he got ahead in the world.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I haven't. So everyone who hates my balls, congratulations.
Yeah.
It's not really working out.
His
I had to
balls-
let several of the 40 new diverse employers. I fired him at 2:35.
Oh, without pay. That's
So you got a new sofa. Why did we? I don't even remember why we started talking about the sofa. I'm sure it was relevant to
it was
the flow
relevant.
of
Yeah,
conversation.
something triggered it. So
Oh,
yeah, we got a
things
sofa.
found on the street.
But this one
since
was
you got a new sofa,
yeah.
will you be purchasing a new coffee table?
Well, we're thinking about that, but we don't have the new sofa yet.
Okay, so you have to put it in the space.
We paid for it. part of it. We paid for one fourth of it.
So you have to
And
make.
now
So you went to rent a center. So
No.
you and the missus.
It's getting built in China, and it will take, are you ready for this? 15 to 20 weeks to build our sofa.
Listen, you go down to Big Lots with $299.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I will bleep this out.
Okay.
How much did it cost? How much? Now,
You
how
said-
much?
Now, last week you said you were going to bleep something out.
25 hours later.
And I said, and then you.
I'm going to have to hire those editors back. Can we get a time check?
Okay. Yeah. What? 350? Is that 350 seconds? Is that 353?
Why-
I don't know.
Ask Tim Hall.
Oh, hey, Tim.
Tim Hall.
Hey, Tim Hall.
He's off. Yeah.
How many?
Yeah.
what are their
357.
seconds? 9, 8. They seem too long to be seconds.
Tim Hall.
Tim Hall.
1192 Studios in Westlake
Right.
Village, California.
So we'll make a note.
So, okay. So I get it. Scrub the when.
Yeah.
Now, do I have to? Now
No,
I have
you
to
have to
bleep.
bleep that one too.
Well, I don't have to because I'm not up for any sort
Yeah,
of.
but you said scrub. You can't say S the C. You can't
Were
say
you trying to not make more work now? I think. No,
Can
I
you
think
say that?
I don't know if
Hey.
it was Samuel Clemens or who it was that scrubbed the but it was something something about. Did you hear what he said about Jim? I mean,
Now that you would have to bleep.
he what? What would
Nothing.
I have?
I don't know. I'm just whatever he said about Jim.
White guilt. White guilt. You're from Texas,
I
Hey,
am.
okay,
I
hey,
am
s-
from Texas.
but how much did you pay for the couch
It's gonna be like
with tax? Shipping.
with tax
the whole
and shipping. It'll be right
delivery.
at $4,000. But I want to say it's leather. Okay, it's a leather couch.
Oh.
I got a leather couch.
Is it fine Corinthian leather?
It is. I don't. Naugahyde. I don't know. It's going to be bright yellow. It's going to be
No.
sunflower yellow. Yes. And
you just bought a bright $4,000 bright yellow couch made of leather?
yellow leather couch. Yeah. So that I see it, I can do my vocal exercises. Red leather, yellow leather. That's what I was thinking about when I bought it. And it has.
Theatre joke.
It has. I know.
How would you? Could you say that? What did you just
Red
say?
leather, yellow leather.
Okay, faster.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Faster?
Red leather, yellow leather. That's about it. That's as much as I can do. That's my top speed, Mr. Sturges. So, but it has a built-in armchair. Like you push a little button
On
and
both ends or
the
to one
foot-
end?
well, it's got a chase side, and the chase also extends and like tilts back, so you can basically sleep on the one side.
On one side only.
On the one side, and then the other side you could sleep, but you're just reclined like an armchair. But it reclines enough
So
to
what's the
almost
difference
sleep
between
on.
the two?
One is like just a regular couch, and it has the foot flips up and the back tilts down, so you can lay down. And then on the other side, it's a chase, just like it's a chase, but the chase itself, the whole thing extends out.
A chase is the
little-
addition to the couch.
Right. It's like extra couch with no
Some
back.
of us haven't been shopping for a couch for the last few months.
Your couch has a chase.
That's the casting couch.
The casting couch has a
you
chase.
know who gave me that couch? Tim Pensack. That leather couch.
Really? Wow.
That's been around. He got that from his aunt. That was
The leather-
thousands and thousands of dollars. That couch.
Really? Maybe even $4,000.
4K.
Yeah.
4K.
Yeah. I know. But we got
So basically,
It's our-
you got a nice Italian
Yes.
sofa, but there's no way that
well,
it's going to go.
Scandinavian and
Well,
made in
it's
China.
Chinese.
But
It's, it's a lead-based
yeah, exactly.
sofa.
Right.
That's all right. Well,
It's gonna come with
congratulations
a
on
little-
$4,000 worth of cancer.
Yes, and coronavirus. Maybe we'll get a little
And it's yellow.
coronavirus with
It's
it.
the branding.
Dixie picked that color, I just want to say.
Now, I'm not going to touch that
No.
because I'm a gentleman.
And oh yeah. Right. I just made another bleep for you, I think.
White guilt. White guilt. White guilt.
Mm-hmm. So,
Well, you have to get rid of that coffee table. So here's the deal. We should combine it and sell the package.
oh,
Right?
That's a good
Because
idea.
you have the coffee table. I
Yeah.
got the two ends.
Yeah.
We'll bundle.
We'll bundle it.
We'll blow it out. We'll make more money, and we'll put the money towards your couch.
Why don't we put the money towards Poor
You know,
Life
I
Choices
have-
Productions?
Oh, well, we are thinking about an IPO. So
Really? I'm so excited.
I've met with some.
Shady characters?
Well, I wouldn't call them shady. They're,
okay.
They're
They, you know, right? A little.
I can't. And I hope that's a Coke. Is that a Coke reference?
No, it's,
No.
it's like a mafia reference.
Oh,
Like the.
that's not what I was referring to.
No?
And in fact, yours is now anti-Semitic.
Oh, wow.
Because-
So, what,
Yeah. Well, just think.
maybe. Then you have a list of things to talk about. Maybe
Oh,
we
you
should
want to move on?
to the next
You want to
one.
move on? All right. I just want to thank you, and of course, Shabbat Shalom. So, we are wearing shirts of the same color.
Look at this. Yeah.
Now we did not last week. We wore red for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
That's right.
And then we both showed up to the studio. I sent a car.
Yeah, it was a lovely
It was
car.
a Lincoln.
A Lincoln.
We picked you up.
Yeah.
And it turns out we're wearing kind of similar shirts.
Yeah. Not planned.
Not planned. Now,
Even though I did send you a text saying, I'm
don't-
going to wear.
I don't.
But you don't get those
I
things.
don't read. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how many people think that I am ignoring them when I just don't need to check a phone? No one's calling me. If it's important, my mother will keep calling me, regardless of the day. When I went out I was running late and I had an audition, and it says no. The only request for the costume was no V-neck T-shirts. Now, as you know, that's kind of my staple because I can't wear a crew because my shoulders are too big, so the crew it cuts me.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to wear a V-neck.
Oh.
But then
I never realized that's why you always wore the V-neck.
Crew shirts.
Because of your massive shoulders.
Yes, muscles.
Yeah.
Let's go with
right.
muscles.
Your muscly shoulders.
Yeah, the donut-based body. So
You're like your body is like a crucifix, really. Your
sometimes
shoulders.
it feels that way.
Your shoulders are, you
Imagine
have
if I
the
lifted a weight.
squarest shoulders of
They're
anyone I
canted
know.
lately. It's really. I'm getting the thing where you die over time. What do you call that? Life.
Age?
Yeah. I'm
Getting
aging.
old, yeah.
I'm aging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I actually, I think it's too late to be a professional wrestler.
It's never too late to live your dreams, Brian.
It's not, because sometimes I call people for a podcast and they're dead. So, but we won't talk about that right now. But so I had to go to the audition. I was running late, so I didn't have time to come home and just
Change out of your V-neck.
Yeah, right. So I go and there's a Ross by the casting place. So I go in.
There's a Ross by the casting place?
Yeah, it's Hollywood.
Oh.
My tag's still on.
Yeah, of course.
So
Yeah, for those of you who don't live in Hollywood, when you see someone wearing clothing that still has a tag, it's on purpose.
it's hip.
It's hip.
The hip kids do it.
Yeah.
I don't, because I just bought it and then I was playing a dad, so I looked for like the whitest guy shirt.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like
Oh.
It's like older white guys wear shirts as though they're on a safari.
Yeah.
Like at any time there might be a giraffe, right? Things that water beads off of.
Right. Right.
Who makes this? Probably like a Wrangler. I bet it's Wrangler or something. A Lee.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
I think it was $12.99.
Hold on.
I could take my shirt off, but not enough.
Let's see. It's Wrangler.
Yeah, it is. That's dad brand right there.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no one in their 20s wears
Yeah.
Wrangler. But yeah, I kinda,
Wrangler.
Here's the worst part.
It looks good.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it.
Yeah, that's the reason for wearing the tags, right? Because,
Well, I just got this out to put on a shirt
I mean, Hollywood is the land of you go buy a shirt,
for an audition.
you do an audition,
and you return.
the
Remember
shirt.
that time I think it was with you when we went to the chef audition, and we went to the Surface or whatever it was.
Surface, yeah.
Surface,
Yeah.
and I had to buy
Yeah.
the chef top. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then they're like, we brought it back, and we didn't see the guy because I think the guy knew.
Yeah.
That, how many
It's L.A. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
There's probably 140 actors. We're like,
Right.
yeah, you got any chef outfits in the professional chef store? So I could kind of tell he knew the con. And then when I walked in, I was like, oh, he's not there. And I walked all the way into the back of the returns thing, and it was that
It was the
guy. And he looked at me and was just like, like he didn't need to say, I told you so.
Yeah, but he also he
You know what it was for? It was for the ninja bullet. It was for that thing.
So of course your costume came from Surface.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's it. Hey, the people who use a ninja are all professional grade chefs.
That's right.
But you can have it for your home.
For only
it was
three
it was
easy installments.
You put a bunch of raspberries and ice in the
Yeah.
thing, and it was a thing.
The ninja.
It was kind of a weird. And I saw it, and then went with a. The subtext of his character was very homosexual.
Okay.
So it was.
Yeah.
I was watching myself, but
Was this a direction or just your choice?
no, just I know
as an actor?
because you go and you have auditions, and if you don't get it, there's still a chance that you're going to see that commercial,
Right.
And then you see who they picked. So I happened to see the infomercial with the
Right.
guy, and I was like, oh, it's like that. But he was very, which makes sense, right? Because you're not marketing to Doug down at the Ford dealership, right?
Doug don't need a ninja.
Doug don't give a shit. Doug is too busy with the alimony payments. He hates, and his kid, his son's on drugs. It's like
Poor Doug.
Doug.
God. If you're out there, Doug, we're thinking about you.
Yeah. I
you're
think your son's
listening.
gonna make it.
Yeah. Doug will be our only like this week on this podcast, maybe.
Let me tell you what. That's quite possibly true.
Yeah, but it's kind of a thing. I've seen a lot of tags on clothing.
Oh, they're
on
showing
people
off
around.
like Gucci.
Yeah, no, they just did.
They're returning it.
They're returning it because they're wearing it for an audition.
Yeah.
or
Well,
whatever.
that's
or a
I done it
show.
plenty of
Sometimes
times.
show like even. If you get the part, you still might be returning the clothes at the end of the day.
Oh, I mean, I know on my one project, I like to thank the good people at Ross for the rental.
Yeah, right.
So this is my advertising back to Ross, where
Yeah.
you can dress.
For less.
I still have to write that email to Crystal Geyser.
Yeah.
I think
dude.
we should, you know what? We should go ahead and mention.
Let's mention all of our
We're gonna pass.
all of our sponsors.
We like you, Crystal Geyser. Not bad. It's it's good.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
I like it.
Okay. Oh, nuts.
Oh yeah. I would love a nut.
You know who sent those?
Who
My
sent
mother.
Your mother sent
For
these?
Valentine's Day, my mother sent me a care package because I'm a child.
These nuts.
No,
Compliments
don't talk,
of
no, it's my mother.
Mrs. Sturges.
Allegedly.
Thank you, Mrs. Sturges,
Yeah.
for these nuts.
Now it seems.
In
am
a
I going
a
to have
mug.
to? Is Frank
It's
in post going to have to edit out the NASA thing because of
No, you don't have to edit out. NASA's everywhere.
But you maybe want to take this opportunity to explain to the people at home that you do not represent,
Oh yeah. I don't represent NASA.
or perhaps
or the jet-
copyrightable logo
Yeah.
that he's holding in his hand.
It's not copyrightable. That's why it's on everything now, actually, because it's a government logo, government artwork
Whoa, this is
can have no copyright.
really.
Hence, you can put the NASA logo on anything you want. You just can't say that NASA approves this product. So
This is amazing.
This mug, although it has a NASA logo, has not been to space.
Is that for all government? So if
Yeah.
local firehouses?
Yeah.
That would explain.
Yeah, it's public
Because
domain.
as
Well,
an
the
old-
federal government at least, all their stuff is public domain. And
But like
I think,
LAPD T-shirts you see all
Yeah.
day long. That's why
Yeah.
in Times Square, whatever, they don't get busted because
Yeah,
the
they
FBI
can't-
shirts are.
they can't really license it. No, it's illegal to pose as a police officer, right? It's illegal to, but
Okay. Oh,
But
don't pull over
you-
blondes in the middle of the night. How many forensic
Hang
files
on a
I've
second.
seen?
Are you making fun of me for being stupid? Is that what's happening?
I would never.
So, right, but you can't license the license the logo for a government agency.
As an old white man who wears this sort of shirt from Wrangler, love eBay. You know, I'm on there all day.
Yeah.
And they have FBI T-shirts, and now I get why, as a business, you could sell sell FBI T-shirts all day.
Right.
Okay, so don't. So what's the takeaway message? Don't pull over women. Wearing a T-shirt purchased from Electronic Bay in order to feel some sort of
Electronic Bay.
childhood trauma.
Electronic Bay sounds like a really old, like cologne.
Oh,
You know?
my
Electronic
father
Bay.
wore Royal Copenhagen.
Really?
Have you ever smelled that?
No.
If you have a chance to smell that, that was Dad.
It's like old leather or
Yeah, whatever.
yeah.
Whatever is
The good stuff.
the good stuff where you'd go to a perfumist.
Right next to the haberdasher.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Like
Yeah.
Truman. That's
Yeah.
where I only buy my hats from Truman. Doug Truman.
Doug Truman.
He sells that. He also has an eBay business where he sells FBI T-shirts.
Wow. Amazing.
Okay, so why don't we just have an awkward pause and drink some coffee for a second to
That
figure out
sounds good.
what to say next?
Yeah, right. That sounds good. What's on? You're the one. You're the man with the list today. You got a list.
Oh, my mother. Speaking of my wonderful mother who sent me
Yeah.
Valentine,
Yeah. How's your mom doing?
she's great. She's great.
Great. I miss her. It's been a while. Haven't seen
Okay,
him.
calm down. These nuts. Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Is she gonna watch this?
Oh,
Viewer number 2.
she doesn't understand why. Why do you have to swear so much? But why? But why can't you? But
Now
so
she's
much
gonna be.
swearing.
Now she's gonna ask why you bleep mine and not yours.
Let's be honest. It's over for me. You.
Well,
I'm technically what not unemployable. What is it? What is
I
the
think
word?
I think it's part of your brand. It's your branding.
My branding is being an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. If you need an asshole.
Asshole audition. Take one. You're turning into your mother. No. Insane.
Yeah, I'd cast you.
But so she doesn't like the swearing, and she as we talked about last week, that you rebelled from your pastor father, that my mother taught the classics. And there's nothing I love more than a dirty dick joke, quite frankly, because
Yeah, Shakespeare had some dick jokes, right?
Othello. There's the subtext that apparently Othello was a mighty sword or something.
He
I don't
had
know.
a mighty sword.
Yeah,
Okay,
and-
got it. Yeah.
Macbeth had that tiny little dagger before him. It's tiny little dagger. But Othello, he gets it.
Yeah,
now,
okay.
I'm thinking about putting on a white version of Othello where it's it's me as the white and everybody else is black, but it's cool. It's like like kind of like a Soul Train, like
Yeah.
we'll get Mr. Beach to do some sort
Like
of
the Wiz.
Yeah, but blacker. And that's not a Michael Jackson joke. Too soon.
Yeah, it's always
soon.
too soon for that.
Yeah. Those checks keep getting paid out from the estate, but that's fine.
You know.
I remember the guy remember when I innocently posted, I was in New Orleans, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
Feel free to comment below.
It's right down there.
And I went to a cheese shop.
Oh.
And while I was waiting for the plate of cheese to be plated,
Yeah.
I would open the local paper, and it had a kind of a cartoon image of a bishop
Yeah.
with his hand on a small child's shoulder.
Shoulder.
And the child was like this.
Yeah, he looked a little
and-
terrified.
And the bishop was like,
Yeah, definitely smug.
Right.
Yeah. These are just factual
this is
descriptions
just
of the
it was in print.
just the facts.
It was just the fact.
Yeah.
So I took a picture of
Yeah.
this cartoon
Yeah.
and posted it on social media.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Follow.
Follow.
Oh,
Follow.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm screwing up a story rhythm here.
Yeah.
So I take a picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Calm down, Miles Davis. It's Chad, man. You don't get it.
Not my tempo. Not my tempo.
Talk about now. That's the
That's a
part.
move,
Give me
yeah.
that part.
Right.
That's the only one I can play.
That's-
An angry, bitter musician who's bald and plays shitty jazz in a club.
Tortures everyone he knows.
I
Yeah.
have made. Well, I made
You've made
plenty
some
of-
lives miserable.
Oh, I've made plenty of students cry.
Good job. Okay, so
but
the
you can't
bishop.
sleep with them anymore.
The bishop.
What? So I take a picture
Yeah.
of this
The picture.
seemingly innocent
Yeah.
moment,
Right.
and I just put it online.
I mean, it had its own subtext. I would say. I saw the picture.
You
I
saw
commented.
the picture.
Yeah.
So I posted it on my social media, just the picture,
Just the picture.
and some people could see what it obviously looked like, and
Yep.
since most of the people following me are comedians, we're all enemies but follow one another.
Essentially, you released the four
Right.
horsemen of the apocalypse.
So all of the comments started
Yep.
running down here,
Uh-huh.
and then my one buddy. Well, I guess he's a buddy, an old buddy, my old friend,
your
who I
old
went to high
pal.
school with,
yeah.
put a diatribe of how how do you think these kids victims feel?
Yeah.
And it was like this whole thing about you think it's funny, the poor Catholic Church. Now, keep in mind, he now works at a Catholic college.
Oh, he's in the business.
He's in the business, but
yeah. Yeah. Well, he had a stake in the game.
that's one way to put it.
Yeah.
That is exactly how I would put this situation.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
had a stake in the game.
That's not
And
an
now-
innuendo.
And
by
now
the
he
way.
works for a Catholic school. I'm not saying that.
You're not impeaching anyone's character.
I'm not saying.
No.
I'm just saying that. I just enjoy a quality Rock Hudson movie because you know it's when men were men, and you know that an entire person's life is not a lie.
Yeah,
and
that's
that leading man. Yeah. And it was just, and he ruined, and then everyone stopped posting.
Yeah.
because then it became about diddling kids, which all I did was post a picture that was in the news.
Right. It had its own subtext.
And then people were writing me like, I can't write. You got it became a whole,
So what'd you do? You had to take it down. Did you take it down?
Well, I took it down because the joke was ruined.
Yeah. It wasn't funny
So
anymore.
why would this person who doesn't like or comment or do anything
Yeah.
sees this one post, puts their opinion on it, right?
Yeah,
Because
right.
the unexceptional must have a voice.
That's what social media is all
Right.
about.
So it just ruined the gag of fun. I mean, the whole reason that we are in comedy is to play, is to have fun.
Yeah.
And we laugh at the absurd.
Right.
And that picture to any comedian
It's
funny.
It's pretty funny.
but that he put out all of the things and it
Yeah.
just, and I don't know, I don't want to, I don't want to,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
tough.
just
It's
weird. It
it's
was just
weird,
like,
like,
it's
it's,
a
well, that's why.
frenemy, sort
Yeah,
of like,
right.
why did this strike a little too close to home? I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't been paying trillions of dollars in legal fees,
No.
but keep giving your 10% every week. That's it. Where do you think it's going?
Wow.
It circles back. It leaves the Catholics. Let's put it that way. 30% of every donation to the Catholic Fund. Yeah. We don't finish a lot of the jokes because of wokeness, which I
Right.
thought was a Folgers commercial.
Wokeness in your cup. The best part of waking up.
My father's 92. He says that just waking up is the. He's just like, here we go. Got another one. See
Yeah.
how this one goes.
Right.
See if I can make it.
He's woke. He's woke. Because
you know what he is
Yeah.
for a man of his age and generation. I mean, his first wife had polio, so
Wow.
and like classic
Wow.
pre-war polio,
Yeah.
not this.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you see, I haven't trimmed.
Yeah.
The hobo facial
Is
hair.
it starting to? Is it starting to encroach?
There's no shape. I mean, this looks. I saw it. It looks terrible, but that's kind of the point. But what
Well,
happens
you
is,
look like you look like you work for a living.
on a wharf. I know what you would imply. There's a part-time Italian. It must be a dock or a
Part-time
wharf, or perhaps
Yeah, there's some tools involved.
Yeah, there's a
know?
wrench.
There's a wrench.
There's maybe a
Maybe
screwdriver.
a hammer. Maybe. Yeah.
Tony the Drill, but he's just having sex with all the other guys' wives. I saw an interview with Old Mobster, and he was like, they were talking about how did they come up with the names. They're like, it was like, why'd you call him Jimmy Eggs? He's like, he liked eggs. He was like, this is the dumbest fucking question. Why do we call him Jimmy Eggs? He likes to eat eggs. And like the Columbia grad of journalism or whatever is just like, yeah.
Really?
Why do you call him Johnny smashes a guy in the face with a baseball bat? He's a vegan.
Johnny Bats.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'd almost say, do you think there's a vegan in the Casa Nostra? Do you think there's like, he's like, hey guys, I have an announcement to make.
A woke made man.
I don't do the animal byproducts, and the way that the Chinese cancer capacity in the air, I've decided to go all green. And I would like it if this social club could perhaps boot and rally around me, and we could go all vegan.
Yeah, just try an Impossible Burger.
Just try.
Just try it.
You know what? I had one with you.
Yeah.
No, I had a Beyond Burger.
You had a Beyond Burger.
They're
a little different. Yeah, that's right.
Neither one of them are,
Meat.
a burger.
Yeah.
So we won't talk about what it was, but you and I had a classic Hollywood unnecessary production meeting where for the...
Well, maybe. I felt like something,
Yeah.
A Google document was created after that meeting.
Yes, but you created
There's
it.
nothing in it yet, but,
I've noticed
a document was created.
No one's put it in there.
There's some clips have been posted into the little folder.
I haven't opened it.
I know. See?
Yeah, I mean...
You were at the meeting.
Yeah, I know. I don't need... Yeah, I know why I'm involved, and it's not for the meetings. Because my only question was, how long is this meeting going to go? I was like, we got to meet for another year. But we had a classic Hollywood meeting where we have a meeting about the meetings to discuss meetings and various monies and production. And they had a Beyond Burger. So I said, let me try, heroin.
Yeah.
You just try things.
You just try
sometimes.
it. Right. Yeah. Shoot it into your veins.
And I got to tell you, it was good.
Yeah.
But it's not a burger.
No.
I mean, it's not even the best one I ever had. There was this place in Santa Monica, Urban something. It was the only one where it was a veggie patty, but it was delicious. It was like,
really?
Maybe they put butter on the something. Yeah. Maybe not butter, but it was crispy on the outside. Yeah. It was the only one that I was like, I had it multiple times. That was veggie. It was great. But the Beyond Burger was all like mush. It was all...
Yeah. The Impossible Burger, I think, is better, actually.
You've called it Impossible. You want to know why? Because it's impossible that's going to taste like a burger.
Well, you know how they make
Rim
it.
shot.
There you go. Are you going to put that in post?
That's Frank.
You can bleep it out. All right, yeah, Frank. I thought it was Tim.
Okay. Do you not know who works here? Right?
There's
Frank
so many
does.
people.
Well, Tim
I
is
can't keep
Tim,
track of all these people
we have
behind
Tim,
the camera.
who's the production engineer.
Yeah.
And then we have Frank, who's in charge of camera and post.
Oh.
See, Tim is an audio guy, and Frank's the camera guy.
Got it.
Below the line. I know.
It's all Greek to me. I don't understand anything you're talking about.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
There's so many people here in the studio. It just...
Why are you saying it like there's not 40?
What do you
everyone say? Would everyone take a moment? And can we get a round of applause, please?
Yeah,
they're still clapping.
I know. I don't want to let it all the way die out before
No. Oh, it went up again. There's even more clapping.
Thank you.
Guys,
Thanks
please.
a lot. Thanks,
Please.
everybody.
Please.
All right. It's getting embarrassing now, really.
All right, let's check the sheet. Oh, your wife has notes about the show. Let's talk about them apples. I love the significant others.
I asked her about the our little discussion about the CVS story at the end of the day, where there was we said a few things, and I don't think we said anything too bad. And anyway, go watch the previous episode if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's near the end, so you got to watch the whole thing. But anyway, she watched it, and she was like, "Oh, okay, I like what you did with it. It's fine. It's not that big a deal." Then we just kept watching for a while, right? And I say it was near the end because it wasn't the end. I thought that was going to be the end when we told the story. The story got told.
And we dragged.
And then it was, like another 15 minutes. So she's still watching. She's like, "Is that all you wanted me to watch? Am I done now? Am I free? Can I go?" And I was like, "Yeah."
She felt as though she was in a North Korean jail
Right,
while watching the first
a gulag,
episode.
perhaps,
Ooh, I love it, especially when it's cold
oubliette.
outside.
Yeah, right.
Nice French bread with it.
Exactly. And she said, no, but she watched for a few minutes. She was like, "So, do you want some other, notes?" And I was like, "No, I know what you're going to say." I said, "I know what you're going to say."
What were the notes? What'd you say?
No, she was just like, "Oh, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to,
Well, the important thing is that we know she has notes, but we don't know what they are.
Right.
So,
Well, then I said, "Hang on a second. Let me show you this other podcast so you know what these things are what they kind of look like."
because she is unfamiliar, because
She doesn't watch podcasts.
she's employed and she's busy,
Yeah.
and she has a job in which she's on the go.
That's right. Her day job would not allow, her day job of being a physician and healing the sick would not allow her to listen to us, yammering, droning on, having the same conversation for
If we
minutes.
could look at the analytics right now, where do you think it?
Can you
dropped?
do that can you zoom down and blow up a little thing of the analytics and there's one and it's just a little
Frank could.
Frank
I guess
could.
Frank could
Yeah,
find some.
hey, Frank.
Hey Frank. Hey.
Yeah. Take these notes.
He's having a cigarette.
All right.
He's union. Okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
Works for
Cameras roll
Cardinal.
if he's here or not,
Yeah.
You just have to hit the button.
Whatever you do, don't zoom in or move the camera at all, Frank. Keep it, Frank.
Yeah.
Parkinson's.
Yeah. So her notes, she started to tell me her notes, and I said, "Hang on, watch this other podcast." And she watched another podcast, and I showed her a few minutes of it, and she said, "So, people watch this?"
No.
And I said, "Yeah, this particular one has 600,000 views." 600,000 views. And
I think it'd be down.
It'd be on
No, yeah, you're.
Yeah, it'd be on my side, right?
over
The
there.
views. Yeah. And she said, "Well, how old is it?" I said it was put up in January. She said, "Oh my God." You guys are fine. I don't have any more notes.
Two guys talking.
She took her notes away. She took her notes back.
So, a non-artist had notes.
Oh.
You valued them,
Yeah.
and then she was like, "Oh, I'm wrong."
Yeah. She was like, "Nah. Let me go back to my day job where I cure the sick
Please,
and
anybody.
teach other doctors how to heal people."
Anybody can go to med school, but can you make a comedy?
This is hard.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
hard right here. This is so difficult.
I'm still renting this table I found in the alley. I remember my buddy Jeff has I'll butcher the joke, but basically, I'll give you the beats. It's a joke where if you have a motorcycle and you're wearing a leather jacket and they start talking about the bike, you just start talking about the jacket, that you're still making payments. And it throws them off. You're like, "I got to make payments on the bike." No, the jacket. This is my bike. That joke's not funny if you lived it. Oh. You want a story? Do you?
Yeah, I do. Tell me a story.
Ever tell you the
Mr.
time I
Sturges.
played a biker wedding?
You played a biker wedding?
Yeah, I was in New York with my boy, the Wall of Flesh band. It was Jeff Gonzalez, Gons,
Hey.
Gons 777, I think is his thing. Joe Villano, who recently passed. Carl, who recently passed.
Oh.
Basically, we got two people left of the band, and
Wow.
Jeff's probably got a couple weeks left. So, you could just make sure that the wife knows to
Rule
give
of
me
threes,
the guitar.
buddy. Yeah.
Or it's me.
Somebody's due.
Yeah.
Somebody's
well, if you
due.
count my career, we're all there. Well, I was probably 20. I was maybe college or in my early 20s, and it was some bikers, and bags of meat and leather.
Wow.
And big bikes, not these Sportster 883s. I mean, huge bikes. And we were playing before and after the wedding, and the wedding was outside in kind of a rural. if you would close your eyes and picture like how the KKK spends a Sunday, various sleeves were missing, and I'm sure there's a Confederate.
They're
we'll
still
add a
getting
Confederate
together.
flag.
Maybe they don't have all the paraphernalia on, but they're hanging out.
They put on as much leather as they feel needed for the hot, swampy summer day of a wedding.
Wow.
So we're playing the kind of pre-shows. People are showing up, and like if I were to say a bunch of women started taking their tops off, you would be for it. Most of these women were mid-60s.
Oh.
And strong girls.
Yeah.
Like,
Strong girls.
just
Yeah.
thick gals.
Yeah. Powerful.
Powerful women. And they all took their tops off. So now there are all of these kind of wider, older women that are topless. And I'm 21, 22, and I'm playing bass, and I'm like, what the hell? And so like everyone's all just, and then all the guys, no one's wearing shirts.
You're like the kid in the candy store, but all the candies are
Expired.
Werthers.
Yeah, exactly. My grandmother. So that was interesting. And so then they set up the aisle or whatever outside of the chairs, and the bride, topless, classic, not tapas. She wasn't serving tapas. She was topless. And there was a
Topless
gentleman
bride.
with a beard like this, and they
Wow.
were both. Let's say they had a combined weight of maybe 650.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
And we stopped playing during the wedding, and what they did is they put a bunch of plywood down, and they got on their motorcycles, and as she came down, they revved and spun the back tire so that the black smoke would come out, and the topless 65-year-old bride would billow through the Harley smoke all the way up.
Wow.
Right? So it smokes, all the smoke is coming up. And you know how loud it is? Like they're revving 3 or 4 Harleys at once, spinning, and all the smoke comes up. And then the person doing the service, who I'm not sure how official this was, had a giant bowl of marijuana. In which he took a blowtorch.
This was
to.
back in the day before it was legal everywhere, right?
Oh, it's still not legal there now.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Oh, New York, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Clintons.
Oh, hey now.
George, the funk band.
The funk band.
Sure,
yeah,
George
Clinton.
The President George Clinton. So they take the blowtorch and they light up this giant bowl of weed. And they're like, do you take Frank?
Sorry, Frank.
Sorry, Frank. I don't mean to talk about
not
your betrothed. So she's like, will you take Frank? And she's like, yes, I will. So they're passing this ceremonial cannabis back and forth. And that, do you take Frank? I think I got probably $150 or something. $100.
But you got a story, man.
Oh.
That's a hell of a story.
I mean, it was.
What a beautiful thing.
It's just canned beer. It was a Schlitz.
You would think they would spring for a box of wine,
Yeah, well,
But hey,
they didn't.
they didn't.
This is like Budweiser and Harley's. I mean, yeah, I played.
And
I
a
mean, I played
giant bowl of weed.
I played many a biker gig.
What
in
did you
my day.
play?
Well, the music? I played
Yeah.
bass. You mean
No.
just certain music?
Yeah.
It was like
what music?
it was like country blues and finger
Yeah?
picking. It was like
Wow.
Redneck Blues is one of his other groups. So it was
Awesome.
you can play some Allman Brothers,
That's
but
amazing.
traditional. Yeah.
That's amazing. This,
Like,
why was this event not televised?
Well, this was. Yeah,
I mean,
it would have been nice.
it's amazing.
No, we should have done. Just timed this.
Yeah, I was just thinking about
Frank?
that actually. How long we?
What can we? Hey, Frank.
Yeah. Time. Look at that.
Oh,
Hey now.
thanks, Frank.
Appreciate it.
Frankie.
Look at that.
Love you, baby. But I played many gigs, and I got to tell you, I miss those gigs.
Do you?
I think I was the happiest playing those
look-
because it was just about drunk. It was just like Roadhouse.
Yeah.
And it was just fun. I mean, we didn't have chicken wire up or anything, but I mean, it's just a blast. And people, and you're out in the woods. People are smoking indoors.
Yeah.
It's like there are no rules.
Yeah.
If someone falls down, you have to take a tractor down the hill. I remember
amazing.
playing the same with our buddy Chet.
I didn't really realize that there were that many rednecks in New York.
Oh.
You don't think of it. I'm from Texas. We don't think of New York as being.
Well, I mean, you going out, an hour outside the city. I mean, you go north.
Yeah.
I mean, you're close to Canada. You're only, I think, what are we? You're maybe from New York City to Canada is 4 to 5 hours, depending if you drive. Like
Yeah. Yeah, I drove that with a college girlfriend one time.
Tell me more about your college girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
or we could move on.
Well, actually, I have a college girlfriend story.
Okay, go for it.
She taught me the value of my self-worth. Actually, she taught me my self-worth. We were in New York. She was in New York, and we went to this carnival. I'm sorry, we were in Atlantic City. We were in Atlantic City, and
classy.
We went out on the pier, and there were all these carnival games. And I got took by a carnial guy.
You're the mark.
I
Did
was
you put
totally
a big
the mark.
chalk mark on the back?
No, this was incredible. So and I mean, she had built it up like the whole time. She was telling me how her dad would always win her a great big, bear or whatever.
She's the Carney's daughter?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I found out later, you pay for those things, right? It's a game, right? But if you give the guy $100, you'll win.
Right.
That's just how it works.
You mean like every award ceremony?
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's just like Hollywood. So this guy, he goes, "Hey, I'll give you a thing for free. I'll give you a throw for free." And it was a basket where you throw the ball in it.
Oh yeah.
And it's supposed to stay. If it stays in, then you win or whatever. And he ran this progressive thing on me. He's like, "Well, if you get 10 in, you get the big prize, okay? And the first one's free. It's free till you miss, all right." So he's like, "Here, take the ball, throw it." And I got like 4 or 5 in a row. So I'm halfway to 10, right? And the guy's like, "Oh, okay, well, you missed. If you want to keep going, it's $2. I was like, "All right, $2, maybe I'll get a couple more, So I give a guy $2. And then I made like 2 or 3 more. And I got up to 7. So now I'm just like 2 or 3 away from the 10, right? So
I hope he gives you a pencil.
Then I miss one. Oh, yeah, it gets better. Then I miss one. He's like, and I'm like, "All right, well, let me keep going." And I start to give him another $2. He's like, "Oh, no, now it's $4. Okay. So then every time you miss, the cost to keep going doubles. Yeah, right. Exactly. All right. So I get up to like 9. I'm like 1 away, right? And the guy's got like 32 of my dollars. And I'm like, "Oh God, I got to give him like $64 or whatever for the next one, And my girlfriend wasn't with me at the time, and she walks up, and she's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I need another $64 so I can give this guy, so I can win your big panda bear." Right. So my girlfriend, she was from New York and was a little more savvy than I was when I was in college, and she looks at me and she just bursts into tears, just screaming.
Never good. Never good.
Just crying. "I can't believe you lost all this money over this bear." She's just bawling. And then I look over at the carnival guy, and all of a sudden he's like, now he's got a real problem because he's got the crying girl in front of his game, right? And this goes on for a little while, and she's like, "No," and I'm like, "I just want to get the bear." She's like, "I can't take it." And the carnival guy's like, "Just calm down. And finally, he pulls me aside. He gives me back my $32, and he says, "Listen, get off this pier. Don't play any more of these games, Just get out of here.
Nice of him.
Just get out of here." And my girlfriend's like, "Okay." And then we're out. Crocodile tears the whole way, So I learned...
You learned how to be
I learned how to get taken, I guess.
I think you did get taken.
I learned how to be a mark.
How did
she
your
saved my
relationship
$32.
end with her? Oh, does the girl fake cry when she needs something? Did it end horribly?
She broke my TV VCR combo.
That's why you don't get the combos, because if one breaks, the other one
You
breaks.
can't have the combo. I love that thing. It was a little 13-inch.
Yeah.
You know, she broke it.
I'm
That
not,
was it.
I don't. In my experience, sometimes these things get broken if
Yeah.
you're a guy. And it seems to be
I don't know.
okay.
Yeah, you know.
So she broke it.
It was
Did she
at
ever
her
pay
place.
you back for the
Oh,
DVD?
no,
Of course
no.
not. Ah,
She
bad.
gave it back, and I picked it up, you know, and there was stuff rattling around inside it, you know. It was at her place. You know, I had left it. It was a
kicked it.
leave behind.
Your never ending
We were
story
together,
2
like-
VHS was
Yeah.
jammed in it.
It was like 3 years, exactly. It was like 3 years we were together. So I'd left a few items at her place, and so when they were returned, my TV VCR was
It was broken.
broken forever. Yeah,
Well,
sad times.
relationships.
That's my
The relationships.
Yep.
Well, do you guys, is there like a happy ending?
I think you would agree that once the TV VCR is broken, that's it. You know, that's if you had
Where does she
if
get
you had a
the nerve?
precious piece of equipment. You know, I was in college. I had a TV
Right.
VCR. I
Yeah,
had my own.
that's-
I had
oh,
my
yeah.
own TV and VCR combo.
Yeah,
You know,
you had, yeah.
I was.
You were
sitting
living the
high.
dream.
Yeah,
You had your ramen noodles?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I watched like every Quentin Tarantino movie ever made on that
Oh,
thing.
really?
Yeah, it's back in the day when I was in
Where-
college. So
I wonder what trash bin.
I know it was
Is
such a
in-
sad day. You know, it had a
What was
had
the brand
tube
of
and
it?
everything.
Like Quasar.
Yeah, it was something weird.
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
always weird to
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
Because
yeah.
the Sony is like, why would
Yeah.
I make a combo?
Right.
You got to buy both.
Yeah, you can't find them. You couldn't find them anymore after that. So I was just out.
Go to Goodwill.
Yeah, I was out.
Now, we should probably wrap it up here. But what we have to do, and we did not do,
Yeah.
was we're supposed to ask at the beginning
Yeah.
to subscribe,
Subscribe
follow,
and like, yes.
share. No one's going
Do
to.
click the little button. Just
yeah,
click
don't be
like.
a dick. I
yeah,
mean,
just leave a comment.
you can click and then just come on.
Yeah.
But we're supposed to ask, so
Right.
people will subscribe if you remind them to.
Oh, okay.
And we should do it at the beginning.
Please subscribe.
And for the people listening, we didn't say what our social is. So if you just
yeah.
watched it, so
Yeah.
mine's Mr. Brian Sturges, because I was once an educator of children, and they don't allow me close to it. Irrelevant. And
Mine's Josh K. Willis.
oh, so you have a last name. So now
I do have a last name
oh,
now.
now it's over.
Yeah, Josh K. Willis on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. No, not Facebook. It's not on Facebook.
Why don't
I mean,
you
I'm
do
on Facebook, but that's not my Facebook thing. I have another one on Facebook, Climate Elvis. Climate Elvis on Facebook, people. Check it out.
Okay, what is Climate Elvis?
Climate
I don't know about
Elvis.
that.
Climate Elvis is a figment of my imagination, created entirely by my wife and
Mental illness in
mental
1080.
illness in 1080. Right? No, Climate Elvis is a character I do who sings about the climate, and it's Elvis singing about the climate. Climate Elvis, right? Hence the sideburns.
Oh, that's why you have those?
That's why I have these. Right? It's not a fashion statement, people. It's a bit.
Yeah,
It's not really a bit, though.
Yeah,
It's not
not
really
if you
funny.
had them for years.
No,
It's just what you look like.
it's a choice.
Yeah. I mean,
Thank you very much. You can check out my song, Climate Elvis. If you Google Climate Elvis, you can listen to the climate rock all day long.
I know we got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, all right. So follow, subscribe. Anything else
Yeah.
you want to say?
No.
We done here?
Maybe we should copy this part and then put it at the beginning.
Nah.
All right.
But you know what we
Next time.
forgot to do?
What did we forget to do?
You know what? Next week.
Next week.
We'll make them want it.
Yeah. Even more. Tune in.
Bye. I think we're done.
Yeah,
Are we done here?
we're done.
All right.
Sweet.
That was okay.